Hey guys, I'm Nick, aka the one and only Nick's Games, and welcome to episode 1 of a brand new series called Challenge Craft. It's where I build something random in Minecraft and have some fun in creative. And for the seed of this world, we'll do creative craft is freaking awesome. No, okay, I can't. We'll do that. That'll be the seed. And we want a default world type. Cheats can be allowed. It's fine because we're in creative anyway. And done. Create world. We are now launching into what will hopefully have some pretty epic builds in it. I'm kind of scared for this series in all honesty because I'm good at building, but I don't consider myself great at it, and a building-only series kind of depends you being good at building, like really good. But at the end of the day, it also is time-limited, so we're going to see what happens. But nevertheless, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys two things: how I'm going to look at the time, which is going to be using my phone, and how you guys are going to see the time, which is going to be on the screen. And then two, how what I'm building today. So one, how I'm going to be seeing the time is by this. Hey Siri, set a timer for 30 minutes. Siri is now going to set a timer. There you go. So now that's going, and I'm going to have to redo that whenever I start the series, but that's going to be how it is. I'll pause it, 10 seconds, whatever. It's not a big deal. What is a big deal is how you guys will see it, and I'll be throwing a timer probably right above my head in editing that will line up with this timer. So when I hit start on this timer, your timer will start up there at the same time. Alright, anything else that I need to think of? Let's see here. Oh, what we're building today. That's kind of important. Today we're taking the suggestion of 5 people and building a castle. At least 5 people. I'm sorry if I missed you, but a castle is what we're going to be building. You can see everyone who suggested that on the screen now. There's tons and tons and tons of different castles that were suggested. But we are just going to build a general castle on this island. We've got 30 minutes to do it, so, you know, it's kind of important that we do it fast and do it effectively. And I'm going to change one control, and then we're going to be good. It's going to be copy block. Where's it at? I know it's a thing. Unless they took it out, which I guess is possible. I've never picked block. Is it that one? Button 3, yeah, I don't want it to be button 3, I want it to be H. So now, if we do that, I'm pretty sure it, yep, picks the block, get right on up. Awesome. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and get this started here with my timer. So we go ahead, put it up on the screen, hit resume, and now we get to start building this castle. Alright, where are we at? So we're here. I want to build it on this island. Let's go ahead and fill this in real quick. See, I don't want to spend a lot of time doing land work here, right? This is a part of it that has to be done, but if we can prevent ourselves from having to, like, fill in the land, it would be great. Or, like, destroy a bunch of land, for example. Rather than destroying all of this, let's just destroy this little bitty part of it right here and kind of build the rest of it, I think, into the castle. So let's get started. We're gonna start off, I think, with some cobblestone because that just makes sense if you're building a castle, in my opinion. By the way, my texture pack is linked down below. But if you're building a castle, I say, where do we enter from? We're gonna enter from right here. So if we enter from, like, right in this area, we'll need a bridge. So let's do that, back and forth. And after this, we're going to start working into the center of the castle. I'm not going to do a lot of work on this bridge because I don't think it's where the majority of our time should be focused on and be spent. But I'm going to do enough work on this bridge, if that makes sense. So, boom. And, oh my god, so, come on. We got to do it faster. Was this a good idea to build the entrance? I don't know. Alright, now, once you land on this island, it's going to have to start out pretty quickly as an actual castle, and I have 0 experience building castles, so this should be interesting. Well, I've built one castle before in, like, a classic Minecraft world, and then boom, that's an old series I did if you want to check it out, called Classic Craft. The final episode was me building a massive castle in Minecraft, and it was old, very old. You couldn't even sprint yet. That's what ended up getting me to quit that series, was the fact that you couldn't sprint. Alright, so we've got it branching off this way, and I would like to do a similar pattern the other way, so let's just go ahead and mirror this pattern here. Alright, and then does it do 2? The thing about doing a random pattern is it is hard to replicate it without going over there and looking. 2, and then up 1. And then, where are we at here? 1 again, and then 2. It's that way too, right? Yeah. And then 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. Alright. So this world gen looks actually pretty good as well. We've got a lot of building room here. Ooh, that's like a natural... Ooh, we could do something with that. Alright. Anyway, too many ideas. So now we've got this done, and I would like to say that that's not going to be the entrance, but I think it is going to have to end up being the entrance into the castle. Do we want to do the castle out of cobblestone as well? Probably not, but we'll go ahead and continue on as if we are going to do that. And what that means is it's definitely now going to happen. So there's that, and then... Oh man, this is so difficult now. I'm like, do I just go ahead and build up the walls? Do I work on the floor? I think we need to get the general construction of this thing going. So, ooh, okay, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Let's go straight a little ways here. Straight a little ways. And then let's start going back this way. Cool, and then one more. Then 2. And then 1. Right, and then 1. And then 2. Now what this does is give us an exact mirror, and we're going to kind of have this weird football diamond-esque shape to the castle. I mean, like kind of a rounded off diamond or something like that. I like that. I think that's going to work. Let's go ahead and do it over here as well. Just replicate that. Honestly, I think the best way to do that, since we're probably going to do this anyway, is to do this. Do that all the way over, and then come this way with it. And where these two meet up is where that block goes, and then now it's over 1. Over 1, and then over 1 again, I think. I don't know. Let me fill this in. It's throwing me off. It's throwing me off my game, man. It's throwing me off my game. Alright. Then 1 like that, and then 2. And then 1. And then 1. And then 2. And then in theory, we actually need to get rid of this real quick. Because we need to go back 1 more to right there. Alright, awesome. So now there is that. That's done. And that's going to be the shape of our castle. How much time do I have left? Oh god, I don't like this. I don't like this. 24 minutes remaining. That was 5 minutes. Oh god. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Let's go ahead and clear out this center floor. We have to. We don't have any other choice but to just kind of take out the center of this. That's kind of our next step in my opinion. So let's do that. And then once we've cleared out all of the center, we can start thinking about what we're going to use on the floor. And then we're just going to build, I think, from the floor up. That's usually how I build things anyway. When I'm not... Okay, pig, I really don't have time for this. Don't have time for this, pig. Don't have time for this. Cool. Cool. And we're just going to keep punching on over until we get there. I hope you guys, by the way, are enjoying me stressing about this series. Like, building in this. Because I really don't want the buildings to look bad. I mean, I will be releasing world downloads of this stuff, so you guys can actually go in and fix all the things that I don't finish, which is the thing. If I don't finish a build, I don't finish a build. It has to sit and be ugly in my world forever. I don't have the ability to go back and redo builds or do anything like that. I thought about allowing myself 30 minutes once every few episodes to go back and like finish things I don't finish, but I'm not going to do that. I think if I don't finish it in the episode, it does not get to be finished ever, unless it's by you guys in a world download or something like that. So that's kind of where that stands. If I don't finish, I just have to deal with the disappointment. There's no hopes of ever finishing it, at least while this series is still going on and active. Alright, come on! It's so much pressure! So much pressure. I'm just punching like crazy. How much more do we have left? Ugh! This is just boring right here. And it's time consuming. Like, it's boring and time consuming. So that's what the big issue about it is. with me at least. Alright, cool. And awesome. So with the floor, I think you're going to enter into kind of like a cool hall with like carpet and things like that. That's what I'm thinking at least. Alright. So you're enter in here and we're going to have some red wool. Because everyone likes to enter onto like a red carpet. So you'll enter in here and it'll be like this. And then kind of branch out a little bit. Right, like so. Boom. And then this will be kind of our main corner piece here. Is this red carpet that'll run all the way across the entire, you know, room basically, or castle. I say castle, but it's really just going to be like a room with a throne in it, I think. But we'll call it a castle. Does that sound... I think we can be good there. We'll call it a castle. Alright, and then do this. And then do... I keep... The misplaced blocks are also annoying. With the speed comes me wanting to, like, rush click and then misplace tons of blocks. So it'd almost be worth slowing down and not misplacing all of those blocks in order to maybe get more consistency with, or, you know, speed up, because I now have to go through and delete 2 of those blocks. Okay, so there is that, and I might make this a little, yeah, I know I just put these blocks in, and I know time is limited, but I just don't like how this looks. I think that right there is what needs to happen, and then the same thing here as well. That doesn't add up. Why doesn't that add up? Where did I mess up, guys? Boom. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Okay, so that means I gotta get rid of all of this. It's turning nighttime. I don't like the nighttime. Boom. We've not decided if I can change the day-night cycle yet. So I'm just going to assume no, I can't, and work off of that assumption. What? What's not even? Is this also not even? Like, is this not starting in the right place? 1, 1. And then, see, this one shows 1, 1, and then 1. And this one shows 1, 1, and then 2. 1, 2. Ah, that's where it's at. So this actually needs to be back 1 more level. Ugh. Freaking screw-ups that we can't afford right now. Alright, these are screw-ups we can't afford right now. And pigs need to get out of my way. Okay, so now it's going to go here. It's just going to move all of this over 1. 1, 2. I think, right? Is that 1, 2? Yeah. And then 1. And then 1. And then 1, 2. And then there we go. Now that should be even, and it is. Good. Alright. Take out all of this red wool we threw down, and now we can actually begin working on this around it. So what I'm thinking is, let's also use wool and do a yellow. I like yellow borders around stuff like this. It makes it feel, for some reason, royal to me, you know, like really nice and stuff like that, and bright colors. So we'll do that. I guess we could have used gold as well. That would have been very fancy, but oh well. Boom, and then we'll do a yellow outline like that. The carpet, right, the red carpet, or the red rug, I don't know what we're calling it. Anyway, it cuts in between this border. Like, the border does not go through it. Boom. I'm trying to go too fast. I think the key to this series is actually going to be building fast, slowly. So there's that. We're going to see how this looks. It might look bad, or it might look really good, and I don't know which. We'll try both spruce wood and birch wood, and we'll see which one I like best. But what I'm thinking is we do kind of like a pattern, like a checkered pattern. So it would be boom, boom with both of these woods. So right like that, maybe. Yeah, I think that's going to have to work. I don't know if we have any other options right now, and that looks good enough. And I think that's what we're going to have to settle for a lot of things in this series. Whereas in previous Minecraft series, I've been able to like build something. If I don't like it, tear it down, retry, give it another shot, you know, with something else. In this series, we can't really do that. We've just got to go and go with our gut, and if it doesn't look good, it doesn't look good. That's what has to happen. I mean, we've still got to build the walls around this thing, and I've only got, how much time left? 17 minutes left. It's actually more than what I was expecting, so that's good. But man, oh man, is it sucky that I've got a time limit. It's going to be so interesting to see if this actually pans out well. Alright, boom, boom. And there we go. That's actually, I think, going to look really good. Let's go ahead and do over here as well. Start with that block. Just give me a reference, and then everything else I should be able to pretty much handle, minus these drop-off areas where I'm going to have to switch back and forth between the two. Boom. Because it's going to be the only effective way to build out over this is to switch back and forth, and then, you know, put these in, or like that, and then come back over these with this. Otherwise, it wouldn't work out well. Boom. And boom. And boom. Alright, cool. Now these can all be filled in. Alright, like that. And then we can actually go ahead and fill that one in as well. We're almost over the big hole. Yes. Boom, boom. And we can actually just do that. Now it's quicker to just place these down. Right like so. Boom. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. So, this is looking good. I think this pattern is going to fill in nicely with everything else. It's not going to look great. I sadly don't think it's going to be the best option. We probably should have went with something a little more extravagant, a little bit more in your face, because it is a royal castle, right? I mean, I know if I was a king, and my last name's King, so kind of am. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding about my last name. I'm kidding that I kind of am king. But anyway, nevertheless, doesn't matter. What does matter is that if I was a king, I would want to have a very extravagant castle. Because your castle is like what you need to impress your constituents and make them know that you know what's best for them. What? I think that made sense. I don't even know. Alright, cool. And we spent a lot of time on the floor. Yeah, that's just going to have to work. That's just going to have to work. We don't really have any other choice but just roll with it and make it happen. Make it work. Sure. I don't know. I keep repeating myself. It's been a while since I've done a Minecraft video, okay? Give me a break. Give me a break. I'm also doing music differently now, so I don't have any music to sing to, which is probably a good thing. I mean, I used to sing all the time and people hated it, but it was like my thing, and now I can't do that because I don't play the music while I'm recording. I add it on post because it's not live anymore, and it's so annoying. Anyway, once we're done with this, we get to start building up the walls, and I don't know what kind of a shape we're going to do that in, but I'm thinking it comes up, I don't know, a little bit, and then it starts rounding up, and that's what my plan is. I don't know how it's going to look. That'll work. Let's go ahead and start with these walls. So I'm thinking we'll come up, probably right there with the walls straight up. And then once we do that, I'll be quicker to do it like this. But anyway, once we come up with these walls, we'll start rounding them in. And that'll be fun. It won't be. It won't be fun. It'll be a pain, really, because we've done zero math to make sure this will round to an even point. Who knows what it's going to even come up to. It might be something weird. I don't know. But what I do know is we have to do it because we're going to run out of time if we don't. I mean, we're about halfway through now, I think. I can't see the time. I'm not going to unlock my phone. Unlocking my phone to see the time takes time. And it's time we don't have, people. It's time we don't have. But I think we're about halfway through now. I'm doing good so far. But who knows? There are still plenty of hang-ups that could happen that could set as major setbacks in the building of this castle. And if we hit that, if that timer starts going off and I'm not done, oh man, who knows what this thing, it could just look like this. It could just be a random structure if we had taken tons of time to decide what to do. So we've got to be quick and speedy about our decisions. and say, you know what, we're going to go with the checkered wood pattern, even though it isn't the best option, because we don't want to waste any time. The time aspect of this actually makes it more fun for me than Minecraft has been in a while. I know that for a long time there, I was getting very, very sick of Minecraft, and by adding in this time challenge, it allows me to, like, have to think and make quick decisions and stuff like that, which I enjoy doing quite a bit, so tons and tons of quick decisions happening here with this castle. A castle, by the way, was chosen to be started with because it's something different. Or not something different, it's something that everyone wanted. Next week, we're going to do something different that only one person suggests, and I think that'll be pretty cool. I'm going to see about doing that every other week, like alternating between something that only one person has suggested and versus someone like everyone has suggested, like 5 people suggested doing castle, for example. So I'm going to kind of go back and forth and do unique builds and stuff like that. The goal is to do as much different stuff as I can, because we want variety. That's what we want. We really and truly just want variety. So there's that. And now everything else, I think, is going to be done like this. This is the more time-consuming way, probably, but I know it's going to look the best. In my experience, whenever I'm doing roofs like this, if you cut around the corner like that, it just doesn't look good. So if you were to do this and then continue it, it just doesn't look good. You can, however, do what I just did there, and that's bam, bam, then delete that. I know doing this with a pickaxe is crazy, because you're constantly having to mine the back block behind it. It's a pain, really. Boom, boom. One of the cool things about this being in creative is we don't have to worry about the time to mine blocks or the time to find blocks or anything like that. If that was the case, I could not do this series if I had to find blocks for this. However, even if I had to mine them with a pickaxe, for example, like this stone, right? If I had to mine it with a pickaxe, it just wouldn't work out well, because that is a very time-consuming task whenever you've only got 30 minutes to play. Whereas, you know, when I was doing builds before, like mega builds and stuff, we would do multiple 3 to 4 hour episodes, right? That would have time lapses in them and things like that, so they wouldn't be as long on YouTube, but the raw video was 3 to 4 hours. That's insane. So imagine going from that long of builds until now having 30 minutes to create really nice, good builds. It's intimidating. Like, it really, really is. And I'm glad I'm doing this series. You know, I was honestly a little scared to start this series because I knew it would be a challenge for me. And I knew it would be difficult, and it would be hard for me to do, which, you know, a lot of times it's hard to get stuff like that started. But then once you get it started, you're good to go. I just realized that I didn't have to stay on that, and this is going to speed it up so much. But anyway, once you start something that you're, you know, afraid to doing or scared that could not work out well or whatever, once you do it, it's so much easier to do it over and over and over again. For example, like recording this video. Episode 2 will be easier than episode 1. Episode 3 easier than episode 2. Yada, yada, yada. It was like that back in the day when I would make YouTube videos. I went from making, like, you know, 20 takes per one video to now a lot of times I can knock out a video in one take, even if I'm coming up with everything off the top of my head like I used to, and I still do for most videos. I mean, this video is 100% off the top of my head. So, the more basically what I'm getting at is practice makes perfect, but it also helps with nervousness. You know, practice removes the nervousness, the scaredness that you once had. And some would argue that it's a bad thing if you don't get scared anymore to do something, but I don't know. Alright, how's this roof looking? We'll look at it once we complete this rotation here of the roof. Because if we're going to call any audibles, now's probably the time to do it. Alright, let's go out of here. Okay, we can work with this, but I'm going to actually do something a little different here. Alright, now for this row, we're going to do, like I said, something different. We're going to go up 2. And by going up 2, it allows us to give it a different sort of look than just like a traditional roof that's domed, which is basically what we're doing. We're creating a domed roof. And that's going to give it some character, give it something different. And then the next one will go up 2 and then like 2 levels. So 1 level, 2 level, 2, 1 level, 2 level, 2, until we reach the top. And I think it'll look good. I mean, if it looks bad, I'm just not going to take credit for it. Alright, boom. Alright, like so. And then on around we go. By the way, if you guys still have suggestions, if you're watching this, you're like, oh, he should build this, or oh, he should do this, or oh, he should do that, then by all means, comment in the description. I'll be checking all the videos, like previous videos, for, like all the, let me rephrase that, all of the previous Challengecraft videos for submissions. You can submit an idea in any video, doesn't matter what it is, as long as it is Challengecraft, and it's possible it'll get on the episode. I'll be using that first episode for a while, probably, because there's a ton of suggestions there. I think almost 200 comments there with suggestions. So if that's the case, it's going to take me a little longer to get to these videos if I was to use all of those, but I don't plan on using all of those. I plan on using some of those and then looking at other videos along the way. That's my plan. So up we go, up we go. Boom. This is looking good. I'm excited for how this is working out. How much time do we have left? I can't stop working though, so I've got to... Oh god, we've just got 6 minutes left. Okay, I need to... I'm in panic mode now. I'm in panic mode. Okay, there's that, and... If we finish the outside, we won't be going in this thing a lot. So if we finish the outside, we'll at least have a decent looking building on the outside. This roof has proven to take forever. I didn't realize how long this roof was going to... Oh my god, I need to stop... Ah! I can't take it anymore. The stress is getting to me. Okay, boom. We actually need to remove both of those blocks. Ah. The stress is getting to me, guys. The stress is getting to me. I don't know if I can handle it. We're starting to get more rounded on these edges. That'll speed things up quite a bit moving forward, because that means we don't have to put as much deleting into them. And it should be on all of the corners, because it's a symmetrical building, which is pretty cool. The pig somehow wandered back inside. I think that's going to be our king right there. It's going to be King Pig. Boom. It almost sounds like an insult, doesn't it? There's that, and... Come on! This is going to look good, though. This is going to look good from the outside. I would like to integrate some sort of windows and natural lighting, but then again, it's a castle. And not many castles have natural lighting from what... I don't know, I guess they do. They have some, but it's not very prevalent. So we'll see about that moving forward with this. But I know right now, we've just got to keep building. I can't be brainstorming many ideas here, because we've got to hurry up and finish this. Finish him. What's suddenly Nick's playing Mortal Kombat? Sure, I'm playing Mortal Kombat. Yeah, that's a game I've never really gotten into much, is Mortal Kombat. I played it quite a bit with my brother back in the day, but really and truly, I never got addicted to it or really into it where I played it all the time. And I know so many people love fighting games and that's all they play and stuff, but I've just never gotten into them. I actually wouldn't mind giving a Mortal Kombat a shot, but if I'm correct, the newer ones, the newest one, maybe even, the newest one, isn't that great. Let me know if it's correct in the comments, if they fixed it or not, I don't know. So many games these days get released buggy, and that bothers me. Like, really bothers me. The games get released with problems, like from the outset. It bothers me quite a bit that that's a thing that happens. Very prevalently now in the gaming industry. This roof is taking forever. Oh my god, this is proving to be the hardest part of this build here. I mean, we might end up being not able to finish this because of the roof. Will episode 1 already see my demise and I won't be able to finish it? Like, finish a build? Is that what's going to happen? Looks like it might be. After this, we move on to putting a throne down and then doing some lighting, because we've not lit any of this. I mean, it's going to be pitch black dark in there after we get done with this roof. So I don't know. It's going to be tight. I don't know what the timer is. I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to look at the timer moving forward. I'm just going to keep building and see what happens. Okay, let's go ahead and light it, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and light it. I'm going to call it and say we're probably not going to be able to finish this, but truly on the inside, so I'm going to go ahead and light it. We'll do bam, bam, just like this, all the way across. 1, 2. Do our boring lighting. People, when I used to stream, would say, like, days that I would light, oh my god, they would freak out because it was so boring, but that's okay. And then now we'll come out this way. 2, 2, 2. And then we'll come out this way. 2, 2, 2. Now, back up. Back up here to try to finish this roof. We're not going to finish the roof. There's no way. The roof has taken us like 15 minutes, I think. Like, it's insane how long this roof has taken us, and we're going to end up getting screwed over by the roof. I said it a million times, and I'll say it again. The roof is the reason we are not doing this, which means I have learned something from this. Always try to learn from your mistakes and your errors, guys, and what I've learned here is never to do roofs like this again in this series, because if I do, or of this scale at least, because if I do, it's going to not end well. I'm probably not going to be able to finish. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know. Maybe I will get the roof done, but I'm not going to be able to do everything I want to do inside, at the very least. Was that up 2? No, that was just up 1. Okay. The up 2 thing's also probably messing with me a bit. Slowing me down a little bit. Around, and now it's up 2 here. It's getting a lot faster. It's getting a lot faster. It's about to just turn into a simple square, which I can do things to prevent, right? Usually you don't want the top of your buildings like this to just turn into a square. It's not ideal. It doesn't look the best, but in this case, I think we might be able to make an exception for the square roof, and this will do it right here. Boom. Done. We've got to build a throne. We've got to build a throne real fast. Okay, the throne will be... I'm going to need some kind of wood. Birchwood works. It's going to be a birchwood throne. Gonna build it up like that. All right, cool. That's fine. Yeah, that'll work. Or maybe even taller, all the way up to the ceiling on that. And then we need fences. I keep hearing things in game, and I think it's like everything ending, like the timer going off, and I'm like, no! The timer's gonna totally interrupt me, by the way, so just be prepared for that. Oh, not these signs. I need signs, not fence posts. I was like, that doesn't look right. Okay, we need lots of signs. Can you put a sign over a sign? I think you can. Boom. Done, and then I'm going to need to put a sign over that sign. Cool. This doesn't look the best, but it works. Okay, that's all that matters right now. We're just trying to do things that work. The timer goes on. I'm finishing these two. I'm finishing these two. Boom, boom. No! No, the timer's telling me no. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm sorry. I'm already breaking the rules, but I've got to finish the 2 signs. All right. Let's go ahead, do a quick tour of this build, and then we will end it here. Alright, there it is! Is that even that's not even a castle, really. Like, it's not a castle at all. This is like a big, weird, like, I built a mountain. That's what I built. I built a mountain. But you can go inside of the mountain, which is cool. You can go inside of the mountain, and there's a throne here that's poorly put together, but it's here. And then there's King Pig, which we'll go ahead and we'll name him. Can we name him in creative? Oh yeah, you have to do an anvil. It's all weird. Never mind. It's not worth it. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed episode 1 of Challengecraft and my epic failure. That is this castle or whatever it's called. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Post anything you can suggest for Challengecraft down below. I'm Nyx Games, and I'm out, guys. Peace.